Welcome back to DC Communication. And so let's start. I hope we have Shakti with us for sure. Shakti?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is your ID, it seems. It is very clear. If you have your ID.
Yes.
So you are the only one today, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Manji today only.
Okay, fine. So what did you understand about this song? Anything you understood about that particular song? Any line you understood?
No, sir. First time I hear this song.
No. First time you hear, 10th time also you hear. Okay, if you hear this 5th time, will you be able to make what he is saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
I think I challenge you on that. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, the slang is very difficult.
Yeah, right. It's like a black guy for sure. And so he said one thing I could understand: nobody can tell me to do nothing, right? So that is what it is, and my life is like a movie and stuff like that. Very difficult, and but not saying that these kind of an accent we can pick up to learn, but only listening, right? Listening can help you to understand and grab different accents, right? And there are people around the world who speak different accent in India itself. Okay, fine. So let's move on to our session today. So after quite a lot of speaking tasks which we did the previous week, so we also have mentioned listening is a very, very important activity as well, which will help you to speak. Right. So, why do you think listening can help you speak anyone, Shakti? Any thoughts on that?
Because we are listening our speak, so we need to improve our grammar skill, English skill, to listening.
Okay, with listening, grammar will improve. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Any other two benefits? How would listening? I'm saying listening will help you to become a better speaker. So one you said is like grammar. What are the other two things?
Listening knowledge.
Okay, listening knowledge. Okay. Fine. Shakti, we will leave it at that. See,
Yes.
When you learn Tamil, when did you learn Tamil? Shakti?
In our childhood.
So, who taught you Tamil? Your dad, your mom, or your relatives? Somebody taught you?
Everyone.
Huh?
Everyone surrounding me.
Everyone would have been speaking.
Yes.
But did someone make you sit and learn Tamil?
No.
Right. So, how did you learn? You learned by what?
Listening.
So that is what it is. Okay, well done, Shakti. And so this is what it is. This is the power of listening. So that is what we are going to talk about today. See, first of all, we keep saying that speaking is pretty important. Of course, it is important. I have also said that speaking will also give you a clue to the other person opposite to you that about your language ability, right? And when somebody speaks in a meeting, we know that this person is capable, this person is able to frame good sentences and good with language and stuff like that. So speaking is something more often exterior kind of stuff, right? So the interior part is like, for that to happen, the listening would have been happening for a long period of time. So that is what we are going to talk about, that power of listening. I've already said one thing about that. Nobody teaches our mother tongue. No one teaches us mother tongue, whatever your mother tongue is. So how do you learn? How do you start speaking? It's all the listening which is going in. So if you see a toddler, right? Next time you see a toddler, so toddler is someone who's like just about maybe 9 months or there about that, below that, right? Or maybe slightly above. So when you look at the toddler, right, and so you just observe that baby. Right, you would because any new person coming in, the person will have the baby will have a glimpse. It will immediately go to mom, maybe, right, or maybe picking up sounds and trying to listen what is happening and just looking with amazed and seeing certain things and all. So what is happening? This is all observation about the things around, about the people around, about the circumstances, about the situation, about the language as well, right? So this is what it is. So listening is very important, and listening is actually the foundation for speaking. Right. So let's move on. So the first thing is like power of listening. So what is the power of listening? So the first step in improving your speaking skills is actually working on your listening. Simple as that, as I mentioned. So we talked about a baby. So even for adults at this age, maybe if I'm 20 or maybe I'm 25 or 30 or 35 or 40 as well, but I never had the opportunity to learn and speak good English, right? And somewhere it never happened. So it's never late. It's never late. So the stuff is like what you should first do is like get into the listening mode a lot, right? If you once you get into the listening mode a lot, right, then what happens is like your speaking uh, helps as well, right? So that is very very important. So the stuff is like so where can you listen from, with whom you can listen from, what you can listen from, what you can listen into. These are the things which we can answer later, right? But the first step is like get into the listening mode, which is very very important, right? And it will help, right, over a period of time. Imagine, suppose there is an individual who has been maybe from someone from Tirunelveli has been posted to somewhere in Bihar, which is Patna, right? The people in Patna, they don't understand Tamil, right? Of course, why should? Because this Tirunelveli person is there in Patna, and definitely this guy doesn't know anything about Hindi. So, but that person has been there for 2 years now. So obviously, the language would have improved. The understanding about the words would have improved, right? And maybe if the person is smart enough, clever enough, and realize that to survive in a state where the mother tongue is very important, if that person has put in some effort, maybe broken Hindi, that person would have started speaking already, right? So we see the construction workers who come from West Bengal, Bihar, or maybe other places. They come and speak in Tamil, maybe within 6 months and so, right? Because they feel that it is very important to connect with people and at work as well, and that is what it is. So listening is very important, and listening is the basis of speaking as well. So you can actually start working on your listening, right? So as I said, we will mention a lot of tasks which you can do. So listening has several benefits. So what are the benefits? It allows you to pick up new words, right? So when we are becoming better speaker, so the words may not be all the simple words, right? So you will come across a lot of new words, right? So it gives you it opens your vision for new words, which is very important. It could be phrases as well, maybe the sentences, the phrases which we saw, how you can wish someone, how you can say goodbye to someone, and stuff like that. Those kind of phrases. So new words, new phrases, and ways to respond in conversation. How can I respond to someone when I'm in conversation mode? When I'm speaking with someone and they ask a question, how can I respond? This is what I said about the TV debates and stuff like that. So these good, calm TV debates are great, learning platform where you can watch them, you can listen to the question which has been posed, and how does the guest answer those questions. So these are it. So what are the benefits? So first thing is like new words, phrases, and also how to respond in the conversation. So these are the things which can really happen for you. There are many other things which we will talk about that, right? So every time you listen to words, they are captured in your mind. As simple as that, right? I keep saying, I have said several times, right? So maybe any language, and you want to talk about English language as well. See, how does someone pick up the word? What will fit here? What will not fit there, and stuff like that, right? Or use the words, or maybe the better vocabulary and stuff like that. So everything is there in the brain, right? Everything is stored in the brain. So by listening a lot, you're storing these words, you're storing the phrases, you're storing the mode of maybe the different way of handling a conversation. Everything is getting into your mainframe, which is your brain, right? And when you need, it would come out from there. You will be able to retrieve this information from there. So everything what you're doing is like captured in your mind, captured in your brain, right? And it is there. So this is what it is. Every word you listen, unless every word you listen, or every phrases, or every the method of conversing, or maybe in a conversation, it is captured there. So it is there in the brain. You don't have to do anything, right? Only thing you have to do is like you have to be attentive. So this is again very important. I keep saying about hearing and listening. So hearing is that any sound which hits your ear, you don't have to worry about that, right? Maybe birds chirping outside. I'm focusing in this particular class. I don't have to. But if somebody is saying something, then yes, of course, I'm listening. So when you're listening, it is going inside. Your brain is processing, and when that happens, and if you are very keen listener, then what happens is like the stuffs are getting stored as well. So this is what. So this is very simple. This is no science, no magic, and this is what it is. Okay. So unknowingly, right? These words or sentences are formed. So we talked about the process of listening. What happens, right? Post which, unknowingly, these words or sentences are formed for you by your brain when you speak. As I just mentioned to you, you may not be even aware, right? The new words, maybe the style, the phrases and stuff like that. You're not even aware of it when you're trying to speak. So these are the things which is automatically happening, and so you might be surprised as well. So this is what it is. This is the power of listening. And I said as well, if somebody is speaking, they don't have a prepared speech. So how does the word and other thing comes in? So it's there in the brain, it comes out, right? And so that is what it is. And so listening also assists you with grammar, pauses, right? How somebody is speaking, how somebody is pausing before response, or maybe between the sentence, how the pauses are taken and should be taken, the pronunciation of the words, right? Okay. So I didn't know how this word is pronounced, and that person is pronounced this way. Okay, brilliant. So I don't have to go to the Google, right? And I know the pronunciation. The accent could be I'm not saying a neutral accent is the best accent. So neutral accent is like where we are not using too much of Tamil influence, or maybe you don't have to become like a Britisher or maybe American. No. So as long as your accent is neutral, right? And so that's fine. So this is what it is. So you don't have to put in another style. See, a lot of these people in the call center, they put up a fake accent. So when you put a fake accent, what happens is like it gobbles even what you're trying to speak, and it becomes very difficult for anybody to understand. So as long as you have a neutral accent, so even in call center and other places where they train you for accent, where you might be conversing with the customers who are overseas, they teach you not to pick up American accent. They teach you to be neutral, have a neutral accent. So they will eliminate stuffs which is more of like your mother tongue influence. So that is what they will do, right? So it also assists you with grammar, pauses, pronunciation, accents. So it is so clear. So listening can only improve your speaking skills very effectively. Right, so it can. So by this we can see that. So listening, if someone wants to keep on getting better with the language, which is English, and they're not doing anything in terms of listening, right? Anything. We will talk about those things tomorrow. What are the things which you can do? There are plenty of that I've said before as well, right? So listening could be also you listen to someone, maybe at office, or maybe it could be your buddy as well. Right, those buddies when they speak, the speaking buddy. So, or maybe any other tools which you can use for listen. But somebody is not doing anything, right? Anything of this nature, and they want to improve speaking. So I don't think so that will happen, right? As simple as that. As simple as that. See, if I didn't study the entire year, and couple of days from now is like exam, and even I'm not prepared to even do anything for the preparation for next 2 days, and I want to go and secure good marks in exam, I don't think so it will happen, right? Unless and until Ma Saraswati comes and sits in your tongue, I don't think so that will happen, right? As simple as that. So similarly, speaking, right? is a kind of listening is a foundation for speaking, and it's a power of listening, so which is very important. And if you're not doing any of these things in terms of listening, right, and so the speaking would be a challenge. So nobody is stopping you from speaking directly before doing listening. No, that's okay. But if you want to keep getting on better, you want to improve on all these things which we mentioned about, the word, the phrases, the pronunciation, the pauses, the accent, or maybe the neutral one and stuff like that. For that, listening is very important, and listening is like ocean. This is what we will find out. What are the things? And there are so many other things which we can talk about in terms of listening. And so this will propel your speaking as well. So I think today we have precisely completed this session, maybe just 1 minute above 15 minutes. So this would be it, Shakti, and the listeners as well. And so we will wind up today. So we will stick with the logic of this particular program for 15 minutes. And so we will come back and do more of this. We will carry on. Listening itself is like speaking. We did almost for a week. We will have a lot of things which we'll share about, and which will be coming across your way. So Shakti was also mentioning there are around decent numbers, I would say, not a huge number, around close to 10. I hope that number goes up, and more people, roommates, they get benefited, right? So that would be the real beauty of this particular program, because we're putting a lot of background efforts in this particular preparing this and bringing this across to you, and also putting an effort to present it, right? So it will be the benefit should reach the end users, which is our objective. And if that objective is met, we all will be happy. Great. So thank you, everybody, those who are listening, these numbers, and thank you, Shakti. We will see you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Yeah.